Hello everyone, welcome to Friday. I'm meteorologist Jeff Matthews, Weathertainment 2.0. What a stretch of weather, huh? That's 2 consecutive days, and today will be a third, just like it, going into the books. The average high for this time of year, again, 81. 78 forecast high for today, right on par for average tomorrow at 81. 80 on Sunday, and then I see a significant warming trend where it ramps up into the mid and high 80s for the middle and end of next week. 3 weather headlines to talk about. Weather eye candy continues. I'm not hearing too many complaints about the weather lately, and for good reason. And the rain in the forecast, whatever rain there it was, now gets Jeffersoned. What does that mean? Is this a new weather word, Jeff? Yeah, it kind of is. It means I'm moving the rain on up to the east side. Jefferson's, the old TV show, remember that? We're moving it up a little bit in terms of the time frame where it could happen if it does happen. And it will affect the weekend weather. And so for that reason, I'd encourage you to check out my event forecast, because if it's going to affect the weekend weather, it will affect weekend events, outdoor events that you might be at. Meanwhile, the radar scope looking exactly like I mentioned it would from yesterday, where it's dry for us, but a few sprinkles in the Adirondacks in camping country. You might remember that phrase. And it'll look a lot like that again for today, with afternoon sprinkles. Otherwise, I want you to notice the overall trend of the radar here. We're not concerned about this rain that's already moved through into our south and east. Not concerned about that rain over New England and eastern Canada, because as I said, just going to be some sprinkles for the Adirondacks, because that's part of a storm that's circulating in eastern Canada. But I want you to get the overall flow here. Can you see how this rain is moving south? This rain is not really moving. This rain is moving to the north and northeast. There's something in the middle here creating all that dry air and forcing the rain to circulate around it. And that's high pressure. And you can see the deep black here going on where it's most pronounced. But you also notice this storm is not really moving. Remember, I mentioned this 3 or 4 days ago, that when this storm moves through, it'll stop and just sit and circulate around. And as a result, between the two of them, it'll funnel in a northwest wind, which will keep on coming from Canada, making for a unseasonably cool trend for the whole week. And also you notice how it creates these instability clouds where it's deep black to begin with at the beginning right here. But then you see the clouds, the little white dots, begin to really blossom in the afternoon sunshine. That's because that's Mother Nature's way of dealing with the instability from the heat of the day and the high sun angle and the long daylight hours versus the very cool air at the surface coming in between those two weather systems. And it causes a clear sky at night and a clear morning sky to blossom with these fair weather cumulus clouds in the daytime. And closer to the storm you get, the more pronounced it is, where you get those very light showers, sun showers, sprinkles, virga, things like that. But for us, we're in a sweet spot here, and we'll stay so for the time being, at least for today. We'll talk about the weekend forecast after we check out the almanac, where you can see came in 3 degrees above high forecast and 1 above on the low side, nothing in the rain bucket. 14:48 for daylight, minus 2 minutes, and I'll have your forecast in just a minute.
Welcome to Intermission. Yeah, intermission.
I think that's a minute. And so now it's time for your forecast. Sunny in the morning, partly cloudy in the afternoon. Tell me if you've heard this before. It's exactly like yesterday. It's exactly like Wednesday, except we keep bumping the temperature up as we go forward because the air mass begins to modify and warm up with time as it has left its source region in Canada. A gusty west wind which will diminish by this evening. Mostly starry skies for tonight. 54, so not quite as cool. 7-day forecast. Well, the clouds will increase tomorrow, and it could lead to a shower tomorrow evening after 4 or 5 o'clock until around midnight-ish. So somewhere in that 6 or 7 hour window, a couple of light showers, but that then removes it from the Sunday portion of the forecast. So, if you check out my event forecast, you'll see how this might affect events in the area in a positive way. Meanwhile, bright weather for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but this time, instead of turning cooler, it gets hot, 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 hot. I like to sing as much as I can possibly get it in the forecast. Anyway, it does look much warmer for next week. So enjoy today, You only need the umbrella, it looks like, for tomorrow evening, and then maybe not again until Thursday evening.